Centerpiece of President-elect Trump's campaign was his promise for mass deportations of migrants. Now he's signaling he intends to follow through on that promise. The president-elect responding true to a social media post saying he's prepared to declare a national emergency and use military assets for a mass deportation program.
We're going to take handcuffs off ICE. We're going to do the job, secure the country, protect the American communities, and arrest the bad guys first.
Became the center of the president-elect's campaign. Trump claimed Venezuelan gangs had overtaken the city of Aurora, claims the city's mayor says were exaggerated. But what would the impact of President-elect's mass deportation look like in Colorado? Here's News 5's Allison Zimmerman with a look at the potential impacts. Allison.
And Diane, I reached out to Governor Polis's office for an interview today and did not hear back. But the governor appeared on CNN last week talking about some of the president-elect's plans when it comes to immigration. Limited details have been made available on what exactly a mass deportation effort would look like. We now know Trump says it will involve the military. Governor Polis said on CNN he's willing to have the state cooperate with federal officials if it means deporting criminals.
They want to help our law enforcement arrest and deport criminals, and that includes criminals who are Americans or criminals who are foreign born and need to be deported. We're excited to help. What they do instead is go into schools and go after dreamers and hardworking Coloradans and who are an important part of our agriculture industry, our construction industry. Then no, of course we're not going to help them in any way because they're hurting our economy, they're hurting our neighbors, and they're hurting the American people.
A study released in July of this year estimates there are about 160,000 undocumented immigrants in Colorado. About 12,000 of those undocumented immigrants in the state have protections from deportations under DACA. That's the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals. The program also gives them a work permit. The president-elect previously tried to end this program in his first term. Allison Zimmerman, News 5.
Allison, thank you. An executive order signed.
President-elect Trump today posted a one-word response on social media. It said, true. He was confirming plans for mass deportation. He takes office in January, and an immigration attorney tells me it's reason for immigrants to get their status and paperwork in order now.
Not everything we have to advise on is in the law right now. I mean, policies can change via tweet.
Immigration attorney Brandon Roche sees the social media. He also remembers well what President-elect Trump had to say about immigration during a campaign stop in Aurora.
We will send elite squads of ICE, Border Patrol, and federal law enforcement officers to hunt down, arrest, and deport every last illegal alien gang member until there is not a single one left in this country.
They're outright saying they will start this, on day one. They've also said that Colorado, and particularly Aurora, Colorado, will be one of the first targets for that implementation. So I think it is something to be taken seriously for sure.
There's uncertainty about what could follow the deportation of illegal immigrants involved in criminal activity. Roche says immigration law is complicated and current rhetoric can make it feel chaotic.
So I think there's going to be a lot of other people swept up in this, maybe whose immigration status is still pending, or they're in different types of status that will be rescinded once Trump takes office.
He's advising his clients to prepare now.
Whatever it comes down to make them safe, but also furthering their own legal process as they go through the immigration system.
Under the headline of illegal immigrants, there's a wide range of individual situations, from some involved in criminal activity to others wanting to simply unite with family who already live in the U.S. When it comes to enforcement, the letter of the law typically rules.
It really is a system that is pretty indiscriminate and can be quite harsh. And I think it's going to be underlined and emphasized in the coming months.
There are also lawyers watching and ready to challenge new immigration policy in court as it is revealed.